In this video, we're going to talk about the strategies I use to control my dog in public better than a service dog. Taking your dog into public is hard. If you're shopping, you got stuff to do. You're trying to buy paint. You can't worry about controlling your dog and the kids and public. It's too hard. When you do practice with your dog in public, I definitely suggest going when you're not shopping for anything. Go with the purpose of just training your dog. You could even do this on days with bad weather. After a couple times of practicing, it won't be a big deal for your dog to come with you all the time. First, you can't take your dog everywhere. Unless you have a service dog, there are certain places you can and can't take them. I definitely suggest calling before you go just to check. But some places you can take your dogs are Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. You could also do home improvement stores like Lowe's. Outdoor outlet malls, there's the one down in Castle Rock. Tractor Supply places like Murdoch's, Michael's, Bed Bath & Beyond. These are all places that do allow dogs, but remember, try and call before if you don't know for sure. Whenever you get somewhere, try and let your dog go to the bathroom first. Even if you saw him go to the bathroom before you got in the car, still give him a chance to go to the bathroom. If the place you're going to allows dogs, odds are other dogs have gone to the bathroom inside. And in your dog's defense, they think they have indoor plumbing because it smells like other dogs in there. So do give your dog a chance to go to the bathroom before you head inside. As I walk to the door, I really take my time and I control my dog walking through the door. I set the tone for the rest of the time I'm there. Once inside, I'll put my dog in a heel or the service dog walk command and I'll do a warm-up lap first. I'll take the outside and I'll just walk around, taking my time, but really concentrating on my dog's nose and eyes and not letting them get too carried away. After that warm-up lap, I go ahead and put my dog in the walk command, where I let him look and sniff, but I definitely don't let him stare. If they do start to stare, I get their attention with whatever command I was just doing. Now, up until this point, I've made your dog sit most of the time. Either on place or on the ground, I'm always forcing your dog to sit. Well, that all changes now that we're in public. In public, I don't force my dogs to sit. It's too hard. The people keep petting my dog, even though they're not sitting. I keep raising the levels. It's too hard. So, if your dog does go to jump, I'll use the leash and buttons to help if needed, so they don't jump on the people. Your dog will probably figure it out real quick. They don't get love unless all 4 feet are on the ground. If the place you go to has an elevator, take your time coming in. Some dogs are afraid, so you might have to step in first, just like we did on the place lesson. You'll have to get your dog comfortable first. Take your time and don't let your dog rush you in or out. And again, this is one of those places that we don't force a sit. Your dog thinks they're teleporting to space probably in the elevator, so I don't want him to freak out too much. I don't allow him to go crazy, but I don't force the sit. There's going to be new elevated objects for your dogs to get on. Some benches or rocks. If your dog's nervous, you can pat it with your hands or put your foot up there like Captain Morgan. A lot of times I'll have you leave your dog with me while you walk around for a couple minutes. While this is happening, I'm just seeing your dog's not going to freak out and vocalize that you're gone, but also I'm looking to see that they're going to pivot back and forth in the same spot as they try and keep their eyes on you. I'm really looking to see that the muscle memory from place has really carried over from all the hard work we've done before. If there's stairs, I always take my time. For some reason, dogs always rush down the stairs. I think it's gravity. Also, it's us humans. We always rush downstairs, going across the street, going through doors. So I really take my time going down the stairs. I'll even pause halfway through. The key is I really make the dog adjust to me and not let him drag me down the stairs. There's going to be tons of new stuff that your dog's never seen before. If they're nervous, take your time and walk by it a couple times until they're comfortable. In this video, Charlie was nervous with the sleeping bags. So we walked by a couple times and we stopped the movement of the sleeping bags until he was comfortable, and then we ramped up the distractions from there. So if possible, take your time and recreate the situation if needed. If you see other dogs, that's okay. Go ahead and keep your dog in the walk command. If you are forced to say hi, go ahead and do that 3-second hello we've always done and go about your business. The key is keep your dog's attention and don't let them freak out. Use whatever command you were doing last to keep their attention. At the end of this lesson, I always like to talk about phasing out of the collar. Most people have tried to go on a walk without the collar, and that hardly ever works. Your dog takes full advantage of no follow through. So one thing I suggest is phase out of the collar slowly. I'll start a walk with the collar on just like normal, but halfway through the walk, I'll use the in button or the nick button. It's only going for a 40th of a second. It's the same level your dog always feels, but it's there and gone real quick. So your dog feels it, but it's not the same as always. If your dog's doing good from there, I'll go ahead and not use the button. And if your dog's not paying attention, we can bring in the buttons from there. The key is don't try and phase your dog out of the collar all at once. Take your time and do it over a couple weeks. I like to leave the collar on and put the remote in my pocket and then pull it out if I need to. I'd rather you have it than not need it, than need it and then not have it. And over the next couple weeks, you can really start to phase your dog out of the collar. At this point with my personal dogs, I put it on once a month just as a reminder, or if I know I'm going to be around something that I might need to get their control around, I'll definitely use the collar. But don't be afraid to phase out and don't use it as a crutch forever.